Do you need help actually reading Charlotte Mason's original home education series? Well, help is here. I'll show you how to unlock the floodgate of Charlotte's wisdom so you never feel lost again. Hi there, I'm Rachel with the Charlotte Mason Plenary. Have you ever tried to read Charlotte Mason's original home education series? It's a tough read, right? But it's also gold. There is so much wisdom in these volumes, and if you plan on educating with the Charlotte Mason method, it really is a must-read. But I understand that it can be so frustrating and discouraging to try to read it and to not understand what she's talking about. Now, when I first started reading Charlotte's volumes a very long time ago, I got so frustrated because Charlotte makes so many references to all the people and the books and the events and poems and culture of her time, and she expects her readers to know what she was talking about. Well, I didn't know anything of what she was talking about, and so I got so frustrated. So what I did was I started looking everything up and taking a ton of notes. I filled up notebook after notebook of notes and annotations that helped me to understand Charlotte's words better. And do you know what all those notes and annotations did? They made me a better mom and a better homeschooling mom. Imagine what it would feel like to understand Charlotte's words and then be able to incorporate all that wisdom into your homeschool. Well, now you can. This makes it doable. Now, this is Charlotte's Volume 6, A Philosophy of Education, but it is not just another reprint. You do not have to struggle with all the outdated language and obscure references anymore. This is the only fully annotated edition ever published, and it includes Charlotte's full, unabridged text. So you get all of Charlotte's wisdom plus all the annotations. Let me give you a peek inside. Volume 6 comes with this gorgeous purpley flower cover that I love so much. And on the inside, you can see that it has a simplified table of contents here for quick reference. But it also has Charlotte's original table of contents with all of her subheadings. Then, here is a look at some of the annotations and definitions that will help you so much. Here you have a reference to a poem by William Wordsworth, a bit of CM connections here, and this points out some of Charlotte's principles, and here you have a definition. And on this page, you can see another annotation that explains who Charlotte is quoting here and why that is important. And I'd like to point out these little numbers in the inner margin. These are page numbers that correspond to the original page numbers as published in earlier editions of Charlotte's volumes. So you can easily cross-reference with other reprints or study guides. For example, this indicates page 97 in any other reprint. So if you look at page 97 in the pink reprint here, you'll see that it starts with care and guidance are needed. And in the annotated edition, you can see here the same words, care and guidance are needed. And bonus, there's lots of room for jotting down your own notes as you read. This really does have everything you would ever need in any CM volume, and it's already making such a huge difference for other Charlotte Mason moms like Marcella. How did we ever do this without annotations? If you really want to read CM in study mode, this is the book to use. I have tried to read CM volumes for the longest time, and yet there are things that totally go over my head. However, in this book, from page 1, you already start to get a better picture of what she's talking about by reading the annotations. How did we ever do this without them? And Jessica says, wow, I love it! I read this volume last year, but it was difficult to understand, and frankly, I feel much of it went over my head. I love that not only have you defined many words for us, thank you, but you have set the people mentioned in their historical context and given us peeks into Charlotte's life. It's so inspiring to read and understand the people she is referring to in her writings. I am very grateful to have access to this in my beginning years as a CM educator. And John and Crystal Schindele from the wonderful Charlotte Mason Says podcast had this to say. This edition is awesome. You're going to love this book. Rachel has taken the time, so you don't have to track down the definitions of dated words, to find the obscure references, and to pull out the pithy nuggets from this volume. In short, she has made Charlotte Mason's treatise of education more accessible than before. And Amy says it makes Charlotte's wisdom more accessible. Quite simply, this volume removes a lot of the things that make reading Charlotte Mason's books a challenge. What is left is Charlotte's message, without any interpretation or abridgment. The Annotated Edition really makes it so much easier to read Charlotte's volumes. The annotations are the key to better understanding. They're like the aha moment or the open sesame that you need to better understand Charlotte's words. And this makes it doable. It makes it easier on you, and it saves you time. Imagine what it would feel like to understand Charlotte's words and then be able to incorporate all that wisdom into your homeschool. The Annotated Edition will help you to create the homeschool that you've always wanted. You can get the paperback book on Amazon today, or you can get the PDF download on the Plenary website at cmplenary.com. And the revised, much prettier edition of Volume 1, Home Education, will be available soon. And the plan is to annotate all 6 of Charlotte's volumes, so it will be available as a complete set sometime next year. It's going to be the most helpful and the prettiest set ever. So make it easier on yourself and go order your Annotated Edition today. Now I will put links to everything I've described today in the description below. Thank you so much for watching. Go get your Annotated Edition and start reading.